Bonjour, welcome to Paris everybody. Hello, welcome our My French Life family. Today I am in the first arrondissement, le premier arrondissement at Chatelet des Halles. And I'm outside of a famous little place. Well, that is if you like watching kids cartoons, a movie called Ratatouille, about a little French rat. Yeah, this place here you might know. This is Aux Rouges, which is a rat shop, rat catching, vermin catching shop. And look at all these lovely rats. Hi Sally, hi Jen, thanks for joining me, lovely to see you. Bonjour Margaret, how are you? So look at these rats were caught in Les Halles around 1925. So they're some old rats. So this is a very historic shop, and a lot of people who watch the movie Ratatouille don't realise that it's actually a real place. Oh, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. So we're in the premier arrondissement, Chatelet les Halles. We talk about Chatelet and Les Halles because they're kind of connected. This area here is the area back in the day, used to be where all the gold and silversmiths were. So it was a rich kind of area. This is the very centre of Paris. Look at that, we've got a Chatelet Belle Epoque style metro entrance. How's everybody today? I hope you're doing well. We are, they're threatening bad weather. We've had the most horrific weather lately. Beautiful blue skies, followed very closely by horrible storms, and then blue skies again. Very, very annoying. Okay, lovely to see not only the terrace but the souvenir shops are open. It's freezing. Freezing where you are, Margaret, or freezing where I am, because as you might have seen, I'm still wearing my scarf and hat. Not the gloves yet. It's not quite that bad. Okay. So this is a really compact part of town. It's super old. Like I said, it's a very old part of Paris, which has a lot of history. In fact, a lot of history that not even I know. But this is a Rue des Lombards. This is quite an historic street. The one thing I just learned was that the Maison des Poires is there. Freezing in New Zealand. Sorry. Well, you are going into winter. Yeah. Okay. The Maison des Poires is where they established official weights, including decimalisation. So it's pretty special. Yeah, I think, you know, we're kind of in this changeover season at the moment, so it's pretty chilly here, pretty chilly down your end of the world too. How about Australia? How's that going, Sally? Right, this street is Rue de la Ferronnerie, pardon. What's the claim to fame of this street? This is where Le Roi Henri IV, he was murdered here. Henry IV was murdered here. I can show you exactly where. Sorry, this direction, we've got the sun in our eyes. Cold in Australia, big rain today. Not good. Well, I mean, it's kind of consistent. Like I said, we've got the same sort of thing happening here, so. Right, this here is the exact spot where Henri IV was in his carriage, and he was coming to welcome his wife home. And Revaillec, who was a religious zealot, jumped into his carriage and stabbed him and killed him. Henri IV was Protestant, but he was quite instrumental at the religious tolerance of the time, because his first marriage to Marguerite was quite a bad affair. It was the St. Bartholomew Days massacre, where all the Huguenots were invited to the wedding, Protestants, and they all got massacred. So yeah, his reign was sort of seen as a religious tolerance exercise, and he almost succeeded, and then he got murdered. Okay, we're in St. Innocents now. This here is the oldest fountain in Paris. An area we're in used to be a church here, but most importantly, this used to be an enormous cemetery. This was originally the cemetery of the city of Paris, and obviously it was not an ideal spot because right over here is Les Halles. So this was the marketplace. You couldn't really have a marketplace next to an enormous cemetery. So what they decided to do was they emptied all of the bodies out of the cemetery, and they put them all into the catacombs. So all the bones, well, most of the bones that you see in the catacombs, there's over 2 million bodies, remains, they come from here originally, and that was done at the end of the 1700s. Okay, so we're going towards the big new Les Halles complex, Forum des Halles. It's really nice in terms of being a modern shopping centre. A lot of people don't like that though. I can't say I came here before that because when I used to live here back 11 years ago, this was just a great big huge construction area, which was really not very pleasant to go to, so I just really didn't. But it's also an awesome area in terms of cafes. The cafe life here is really cool. Usually we've got a lot of musicians and street artists doing things here, but just not these days, obviously. Okay, there's a heck of a lot of things that I could show you around here. Like I said, the history is amazing. I can't say I'm overly familiar with all the history because there's so much to know, but it's certainly a cool place to just come and explore. I will try and get a glimpse down the street to our right if I can. No, I'm in the wrong street here. So down towards here, behind those buildings there, is the Pompidou Centre. So that's the Museum of Modern Art. So we're not going to head that way this time, we're going to go this way, through the Forum des Halles. So if it does start raining on me today, at least I can jump under here quickly. So this is actually owned by Westfields now, which I know they have in Australia and New Zealand. It's kind of weird to see it here. They only just bought it out like last year, I believe. Signs went up last year. So yeah, a lot of people don't like the fact that this is such a modern eyesore. But for your everyday Parisian who, you know, just needs to come and do shopping or whatever, it's quite practical. There's all the modern shops and everything. And under the canopy here they often do events of various sorts. They have a theatre set up here. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Les Halles looked like it has changed a lot since I was there. It has changed dramatically. I think it's been like this probably 4 or 5 years. Yeah, so it's certainly improved in terms of you know, like I said, practicality. You see this, you can imagine that if we went in the middle of a pandemic that this would be quite a lively area. So yeah, looks like something's going to start there soon. So we got lots of cafes and stuff, terrace opening, which is great. Over on this side we have a park. Yeah, 2010, that's when I used to live here, Sally, originally, and that's when it was basically a big construction zone. It was really unpleasant. So yeah, I didn't really come here at all, maybe once or twice, but yeah, it's much nicer now. I particularly like coming here in the summer with my kids because obviously you've got, you know, shops and everything. You've got access to toilets. And Chatelet, of course, is a big transport hub. So it's a popular place anyway. But the coolest part are these splash pads they have. They have these 4 splash pads, and they're not functioning at the moment because we're not really in that kind of weather. But they randomly have little, I don't know the word in English, what is it? Brumisateur. So it comes up with steam, well not steam, but it sprays water, and it's very, very beautiful. Yes, I took you there, Mum. It was awesome, wasn't it? Yeah, so it's a really cool place to bring the kids. I can remember I brought my little girl when she was just a baby, and she used to crawl around in here, which was great. So they have 4 of them, and they all randomly go off, and the kids will run around, jump around. There's also a kids playground over here, just over that side. It's actually dedicated to Nelson Mandela. Okay, and over here we have Santosh Church, which is absolutely massive. It's huge. It's very old, and it's amazing inside. It's a real edifice. I really like how the grass here, it's just so bucolic, is that the word? It's really nice to see just the simple things in life, and it's you can come here and sit and have a picnic, and it's beautiful. Right, I'm pointing in this direction here. This is the Bourse du Commerce, which is, it used to be the old stock exchange. Like I said, this area was used a lot for trading back in the day, you know, hundreds of years ago. The tower which is next to it, which I'm zooming into there, that tower actually belonged to a maison, or a mansion that was there, which belonged to Catherine de Medici, who was the Queen of Henri II, so back in a very long time ago. Now that tower is, it's obviously, you know, it's from the 1600s. It was believed to have been an astronomical observatory. Her best buddy was Nostradamus. He was her right-hand man, and she was really into that sort of thing, astronomy, astrology, the occult, fortune-telling, and it's really interesting. So we're going to go over this way. Okay, this area is very famous for its party life and everything. It's also a good place for homeless people to come. We feel a bit of a camaraderie here. There's soup kitchens available. There's a soup kitchen on that corner just ahead of us there at the church. It's quite snuggly here, and obviously a lot of people are here having lunch and stuff. And what we're heading down to, the wind is drowning out your talking. Oh, probably because I'm mumbling, is it? It's not too windy here. It's probably just the angle. Okay. So we're heading towards Rue Montorgueil, which is that famous cafe street. So each arrondissement has their famous market type cafe street, and this one is that of the premier arrondissement. This is a road, so I need to cross it without getting killed. Very good, achieved. And apart from it being quite beautiful, there's also some historic places down here. Lots of soup kitchens, beautiful food shops. Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. So it's that time in the morning where everyone's delivering stuff. Shoe shops are open. Yay! Shoe shops have been shut for 6 months. Well, maybe not 6 months, 3 months. Which is annoying because I need new shoes. Beautiful cafes here. I like this one. La Durée is open. It's looking very beautiful. La Durée is always pretty to look at. So I'm not really sure what's happening with La Durée at the moment. I know they're up for sale. Whether they've actually been bought out yet, I'm not too sure. I took a photo of the store earlier just because it's so beautiful. It was actually open at the moment, so we could be cheeky and just have a quick peek at the courtyard. Isn't that lovely? So lots of really old buildings interspersed with all new ones. And we're coming up to one of the famous cafes, which is called L'Escargot Montorgueil. So named because it has escargot on it. That's pretty cool. And we're coming up to Rue Etienne Marcel. So this street is kind of pedestrian, but then you've got a great big busy road right in the middle of it all. So luckily that's gone green. And I think I told you once about these Space Invaders, these things here up on the buildings. Saint-Denis is, where we are now, Rue Saint-Denis and Montorgueil and around this area of Chatelet have tons of those. So if you do want to come to Paris to hunt for those, they're quite exciting to go on a bit of a treasure hunt and find those. They're everywhere in this area. I like this little shop because this little flower shop here because it reminds me of my daughter, whose name is Anaïs. So shout out to Anaïs. You lived in this street, Sally. You're very fortunate. What a beautiful place to live. Exciting. Right. It's such a lovely area and it's coming to life again, which is really nice. Really, really good. Okay, the last place I'm going to take you. Sally, can you guess where is the last place we're going? Look at that beautiful cafe though, isn't it great? It's just so lovely. I'm still excited about the cafes being open. It's been a week now, I still can't get over it. Last place I'm going to show you is Pâtissier Storer. Used to buy flowers at the flower shop at Anaïs. Oh, that's so cool. Alright, what's special about this place here? Okay, this is the oldest patisserie in Paris. And this was, it's very famous. Its food has been endorsed by Queen Elizabeth II herself. Very famous shop. It was actually, the interior design was done by the people who did the Palais Garnier. So it's got lots of yummy things in there. Pretty nice. Anyway. So, anyway, that's my walk for today. It wasn't quite how I planned it to be, but I did plan something else completely different, but it was just kind of a last minute thing. So hope you enjoyed having a walk around this cool little neighbourhood, which is coming to life and looking more exciting as the days go on. I hope you're all doing well in terms of COVID and all that horrible stuff, because obviously it's making a huge impact on our lives here, and I know around, even down in Australia and New Zealand, same sorts of things are getting pretty difficult. But yeah, so have a fantastic day, and if you have any ideas of where you want me to take you in future, please let me know. Thank you for joining me. We'll catch you later.